Hello guys, welcome back to another Fallout Shelter video. So in this video I thought I would discuss the new melee weapons that were introduced in the latest update. So I'll go in order from the weakest to strongest melee weapons. So first off we have the pull Q, which can do a minimum damage of 0 and a maximum damage of 8. So the pull Q's description says, don't get into a bar fight without it. Even though it's a pretty weak weapon, it's still considered a rare weapon. So you can get the pull Q by crafting it with 5 toy cars and 1 globe. Since the pull Q is so weak, the only enemy it's really effective against are rad roaches. Even though rad roaches are the weakest enemies in Fallout Shelter, my dweller is still finding it hard to defeat them using the pull Q. So the next melee weapon we have is the kitchen knife. So the kitchen knife does a minimum damage of 3 and a maximum damage of 11. So the kitchen knife's description says, ideal for backstabbing, front stabbing too, any stabbing really. The crafting requirements of the kitchen knife include 5 desk fans and 2 shovels. So the kitchen knife is effective against rad roaches, and as you can see here, they're also kind of decent against mole rats, though I don't recommend you using the kitchen knife with mole rats. So the next weapon we have is the baseball bat. So the baseball bat does a minimum damage of 5 and also a maximum damage of 15. So the baseball bat's description says, enemy's head meet bat. I'm sure the two of you will hit it off. The crafting requirements of the baseball bat include 3 duct tapes, 3 globes, and 2 desk fans. So with the baseball bat having okay damage stats, it can do well against mole rats, but also be very effective against rad roaches. So next up we have the butcher knife. So the butcher knife does a minimum damage of 8 and also a maximum damage of 18. So the butcher knife description says, go mete out some punishment. Get it? So the crafting requirements for the butcher knife include 4 shovels, 3 duct tapes, and 2 magnifying glasses. Because of the butcher knife's decent damage, it is ideal for taking out mole rats. That being said, taking out rad roaches with a butcher knife would also be no problem. So next up we have the strongest rare melee weapon, the pickaxe. So the pickaxe does a minimum damage of 11 and also a maximum damage of 21. So the pickaxe's description says, this far underground, you just may strike gold. So the crafting requirements for the pickaxe include 5 duct tape, 3 shovels, and 2 globes. Now being the strongest rare melee weapon, it can do a decent job at combating enemies like rat scorpions, though not flawlessly. That being said, it can take out mole rats and rad roaches with relative ease. Now we get to the 2 legendary melee weapons. Once I got these weapons, I was kinda surprised on how much damage they can do. So we'll start off with the second strongest legendary weapon, which is the Relentless Raider Sword. So the Relentless Raider Sword can give a minimum damage of 16 and a maximum damage of 28. So its description is, give raiders a taste of their own bad medicine. The crafting requirements for the Relentless Raider Sword include 4 Wonder Glues, 3 Giddy Up Buttercups, and 2 Gold Watches. So not surprisingly, the Relentless Raider Sword can do a good job at defeating rat scorpions, as you can see right here. It can also do a good job at defeating mole rats, rad roaches, and yes, even raiders. That being said, this isn't the strongest melee weapon in this new update. So the last legendary melee weapon is not only the strongest melee weapon, but is also one of the strongest weapons in Fallout Shelter. So that weapon is the Fire Hydrant Bat. So the Fire Hydrant Bat can do a minimum damage of 19 and a maximum damage of 31. So because it does a max damage of 31, this makes it one of the strongest weapons in the game. So the Fire Hydrant Bat's description says, now you can pretend you're a tiny, underpowered super mutant behemoth. The crafting requirements for the Fire Hydrant Bat include 3 chemistry flasks, 3 military duct tapes, and 3 shovels. So if you've ever played Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, this weapon might seem familiar, mainly because the Fire Hydrant Bat is the same weapon the super mutant behemoth uses. That being said, you should have no problems with enemies if you're using this weapon. Well, maybe against Deathclaws you will, but anyways, that'll be all for this video. So leave a comment down below on what your favorite melee weapon in Fallout Shelter is. That being said, like the video if you did, subscribe for more Fallout Shelter content and quests which I will be uploading soon, and I'll see you guys in the next video.